This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by
freekeen.com.
Finally, a piece of news I can sink my teeth into surrounding the Josh Kern arrest. As some of you may know, the Keene, New Hampshire liberty activist was imprisoned roughly January 3rd for 5 days. His crime? Moving plates from his disabled vehicle to his in-service vehicle. By that I mean license plates. The trial occurred in Candia, New Hampshire, and at the end of it, when Kern said he couldn't afford the fine, a judge sentenced him and immediately had him hauled off. Brian Travis, also of Candia, reports that he and Mike Barsky approached the prosecutor with some concerns. Apparently the man was laughing after the arrest, and Travis wanted to know why the prosecutor was laughing. Here are some excerpts from Travis's account. Quote, "As Josh was being prepared for transport to the jail, some of us had a disturbing chat with the prosecutor. Barsky asked him why he was laughing when the judge sent Josh to jail. He had some inconsequential words, but then he said that Josh is a free stater. Barsky said that Josh was a human, but this didn't seem to affect the prosecutor's attitude. Barsky was escorted out of the building. So I continued with this guy. I asked him what he meant when he said that Josh was a free stater. The prosecutor said that's their philosophy. They don't want to give information to us to avoid the fine." He was talking about when the judge offered Josh the option of filling out a financial aid affidavit so that he could get some kind of payment plan or community service option. I tried to stay as calm as possible, but this guy was smiling and laughing at everything I said. Finally, he said, "This is an academic debate. You are about 25 years late for this." In other words, the idea of sovereignty and independence were settled a generation ago, and his side came out the winner. At least that's what I presume he meant. At that point, I was escorted out by the two armed men and couldn't continue the discussion. When we approached this smiling, laughing prosecutor, he was talking to the only defense attorney who showed up to court that day. She handled most of the cases, supposedly defending her clients in the table opposite this prosecutor. As we were having a conversation with the prosecutor, he kept looking over at his friend, and she laughed or rolled her eyes in unison with him, unquote. He's talking about the defense attorney there, buddy-buddying with the prosecutor. Barsky confirms the account above and says, quote, "Everyone, including myself and the prosecutor, remained calm, but eventually the court security guy came and told me, not the prosecutor, that he had had enough and that I had to stop. I told him he was interrupting my conversation with the prosecutor, and he said the conversation was over. I asked, 'Isn't this a public building?' And he replied, 'Not anymore.' Then I was escorted out." Unquote. You can write the detainee, Josh Kern, from your computer by visiting mail-to-jail.com. But I believe he'll be out roughly January 8th.
This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by
freekeen.com. Freekeen.com believes Keene is the best destination for pro-liberty activists like you. Keene is an exciting and challenging ground floor opportunity. Visit move.freekeen.com and read over 108 reasons to move to Keene. Help us free the beautiful little city of Keene from the clutches of the government. Learn why you should move to Keene at move.freekeen.com.